Good morning. We are here in Tokyo, Japan, and we are waiting for the Shinkansen, which is the high-speed train. The bullet train. It's about 6:10 in the morning, and we are here waiting at the cars number 1 to 5, and these are the ones that are the non-reserved seats. Yes, there we go. Together with me we have Mike, and Mike has a lot of energy like me because we didn't sleep so much, so basically we had no time to recover. Did they call you actually?
Yeah.
They didn't call me. We asked for the morning call at 5:15 a.m. and yes, it was really great. Hey, Dr. D. Yes, if you type my name, it will automatically correct it to Kasparov. So a lot of people say, "Hey, Kasparov." Oh, I just want to put my sunglasses on because otherwise you can't see how much I could not sleep. And I definitely want to sleep on the train.
Sponsored by the North Face.
Yes. And yeah, so we are just waiting. So in 6:26 we will leave. I mean, that's the plan, and the Japanese are very strict with the times. But also Switzerland. So probably
yeah, we have that too. So it's like us.
Yes.
When the train should arrive, it will arrive, and when it's 1 minute late, then it's already late. And Swiss usually already are disturbed or annoyed by just 1 minute delay.
Yeah. And what about in Peru? It's like
they don't give a.
It will leave at the same day as planned.
No, usually trains they're actually quite on time, but buses you have always they come when they come.
It's like a suggested departure time. So we have some luggage.
No, it's pretty much like this that you have in Peru.
Mm-hmm.
They say it's not so much about time. They say how much time it takes usually from one station to the other.
Yes.
But it's not that you have a fixed timetable. They say, okay, at 11 is the last bus, and that's it. But in between, there is just you have stages. Letters A, B, C, D. Then you know, oh, that goes this far, and that goes just to that station. That's why I was a little bit fucked in Hong Kong because I thought it's the same system. And then I realized, no, it's not.
Yeah, so a lot of countries have their own system. I just saw in between Bert coming in. So we have our luggage here, but we had to be a little bit early to be able to be really on the first people just basically starting or boarding the train. But we also need to buy something to eat. So we have our, what they call like a lunchbox. So we bought this lunchbox. It said fried chicken. It's a fried chicken.
Fried chicken with rice.
But we need to buy it from far away. But we still want to keep our seat. So what you do, Mike said, "Oh, Casper, no problem. Just leave our luggage here because they won't steal it." So I said, "Really?" So we just left all our stuff here and just went there. And then we came back, and I'm like, "Oh my God, maybe everything is gone." But you need to trust Mike, and we came back and nothing had been touched.
Because I watched YouTube videos.
Yeah.
So I knew.
Yeah, and YouTube is like it's not like fake news. Everything they say on YouTube is true. So you need to believe YouTube.
No, not so. Well. But when someone lives already 20 years here.
Yeah, no.
And then he says it's no problem. Yeah. And then you see actually he does with his camera stuff, let it in the train, goes out, buy stuff, and then goes back. So I think
you need to trust the system.
Yeah.
So here you have all kinds of technology. Here you can see we will take the 6:26 train, go to Osaka. These two are for Osaka. Actually, it's Shin Osaka. Shin means new. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so here you can see again the same system in which you have to wait before to board. And we are just waiting for the train. On this side we can already see a train. I will just walk over there. Trust the Matrix. So this is like an example of the Shinkansen, the high-speed railway or the high-speed train, the bullet train. So I think there are like 12 cars, and from those 12 cars, 5 are car 1 to 5. They are the non-reserved seats, and we will take them. And in Taiwan, they just have exactly the same trains, but then these are the ones that are just orange and white. It's the same company, very smart, so you don't have to invest in the technology, you just can copy. So we will take the Hikari train, and that will take about 3 hours. 3 hours to go to Shinosaka, and 3 hours we will have about, I think, 600 or 500 something kilometers. It's really a different world. But on the other hand, I mean, if you just understand the system, it's a very convenient, it's a very efficient way to move. There's the station manager taking care here of the activities. And as you can hear, it's like ping pong, ping pong. That's just to say, hey guy, this station is open, as I remember correctly, and if people feel a little bit scared, you don't have to be scared. We're waiting for the train, and we want to take the so-called DE seats, and the DE seats are the seats that are on the right side of the train, and totally they have 5 seats a row, 3 on the left hand side, 2 on the right hand side, and if you take the right one, you will have the so-called Mount Fuji view. Hey Bert, thank you for retweeting. And waiting to get in.
Part of the crew already landed in Kansai.
They already landed?
Yes.
So they landed at what time?
At pretty much at 6 flat. So 17 minutes ago they were on the airport Kansai.
Kansai, Kix. K-I-X.
Yes.
So, but they mentioned they have the breakfast somewhere then together.
Okay. Yeah,
So not
on
with
the
us.
airport itself.
Because John Ho mentioned he has an idea. Oh. Yes, I heard they will arrive. So probably we'll just have a look at the train that will approach. That's our train. Our train will arrive. I really like. We need to be very careful. Don't be with your selfie sticks too close to the tracks, because otherwise. This is not a cooking scope. Can you help me to this luggage? I will take that. But there are enough seats, so we are not worried. Yeah, so these are one of the fastest trains in the whole world. So we will be in car 5. Yeah, sorry Bert, I just you're non-reserved.
Let's just a small luggage and then pop out when we get the
We will get in. So you will go back then?
Yeah.
It opens up any moment. There we go. train. 5. So there we are. So I think we take the big one. Just give it to me. Just to the end. And now at the end there is a storage. I remember the storage location or not. Let's have a look. Where do we need to store our luggage? I remember it's here, yes. So here at the end you can store your luggage. Safe like this. But maybe there are also other places to store the luggage. No, you can actually wash your hands. That is interesting. There's not so much place to store your luggage, huh? Hey, where did you buy that cool t-shirt?
I think in Tokyo.
I'm gonna have a look in the train. So that's interesting. There are not so much space. There's not so much space to put your luggage in. Only here. No, I mean the big luggage.
Yeah, but that's for wheelchairs. From the train stations.
Oh, what did you say? Even from when you leave your baggage?
Yeah, because you have to inform the guy.
When leaving, so I need to inform the guy then. Yeah.
Makes sense.
So we need to inform the people then.
After leaving Nagoya, we will be stopping at all stations before arriving at Shin Osaka Terminal.
So, but
Cars 1 through 5
where's the guy?
passengers without seat reservations.
Where's the guy?
Smoking is not allowed on this train, except
Yeah,
in
total
dedicated
distance is
smoking rooms
487 kilometers.
15. The smoking room in car
That's interesting. I would expect there would be more places to put our luggage, huh?
refrain from smoking on the train, including areas at either end of the cars.
No. I think just go back. So in 3 minutes we'll leave.
Notice any suspicious item. Please notify staff immediately.
But over here you can put your luggage. But I have a big suitcase, so you really cannot do anything with it, huh? So let's get outside one more time. Before, oh, here you have the system. So we are in car number 5. Yeah, so we are in car number 5, and then in total you have 16 cars, even more. And I think all the car, I mean, they look the same, and some of them have a so-called multi-purpose room. I'm not sure what they mean with multi-purpose. Smoking?
Yes. Also here, oh no, look, here they have smoking areas.
I'm interested to know what is multi-purpose. It's like you can have a meeting or something, or it's like
Or a baby room, you know, for changing diapers and stuff like that. So I don't know.
or for breastfeeding.
Or something like that too.
So smoking is not allowed.
No, it's allowed here. You have designated
Yeah.
smoking areas. So number 10 is actually, the green means that's first class. So
yeah, the green
number 10,
card.
he just said it's green card. Do you see? And that's for
Ostomy toilet. I don't know what it is, but it probably.
they put you with some suction hose in your.
So what Mike? What is an ostomy? It's
What?
it's a family toilet. You can go with your whole family together.
Now it's rounded up in the shape.
I need to watch your fingers here, huh? Always. Oh, this is also interesting. So this is the Japanese characters. So they have 3 different characters. So this is basically the traditional kanji, and on the top you can see how you need to pronounce it. So they have these characters, they have this kind of characters, and then they have those 2. These are the katakana that are basically saying this is a foreign word. Labotomy? No, not labotomy. Ostomy. Ostomy.
So I partially have a toilet too.
So you can see here, there's ostomy here. That is the pronunciation is the same.
Toilet.
For Hakata, and this is for Tokyo. So we are in car number 5. So we will go now towards the.
Now it's
Oh, there we go.
now it's time. I grab even security. So someone is watching this. Big problem.
We're leaving. Maybe this view is a bit more beautiful. Hey Linda,
So,
there we are.
leaving Tokyo Station. So it was a small glimpse of one night stay here for me. Yeah, not even 24 hours.
That's the front.
12 hours. But I saw a lot of things, so I'm happy and looking forward to
Really cool, huh?
come again at one point.
Bye bye Tokyo.
Bye bye, yes. Here's my friend. He's actually scoping there. Yeah. He does some
Oh,
life stuff, and I'm doing my life stuff too later. So this is just the recording, and then I will upload it on, social media.
yeah, we are railing away.
So, oh fuck. Actually, give some boost. So,
It's 3 hours to Osaka, and we will travel about 500 kilometers an hour. So you can do your math. So they have different kinds of trains. So this is the bullet train, but this is the slow version, because for the fast version there's like an additional fare. But then you will arrive a little bit early, but it's not like a big difference. Yeah, so they just arrived, the other part of the group, at 6 o'clock in the morning, and now here at 6:30. So they will also arrive soon.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
welcome to Shinkansen.
Hey, Rep 43, yeah, a lot of people want us to use this kind of system, but we need to ask from the Periscope that they also like us, because now it's much more difficult to get features. So if you help me to retweet and reshare this broadcast, really helps us a lot. So the Periscope crew have a better idea that this is also really cool to do it like this. But thank you so much for doing that. If you can do that, if you have the opportunity to retweet and reshare, invite your followers. So on the top left we also have the other people of the crew. We have John Ho and Swiss Mike and JL Switzerland. They are right now just arrived in Osaka. Oh yes, yes, we had that problem again. The audio is sometimes not working. I think it has to do with audio stream quality. I just need to have a look at it. It's just a feeling here. Just want to give you a glimpse. Yes, there's a lot of different ways to communicate or to commute in Japan. So to use the train system is very fast and efficient. Hey Abby, great to have you here. Hey, we have John Ho. I think we can be featured, but we just need to help Abby. So the more people will like and subscribe and retweet, the higher chance we have that we can actually be featured. Are we getting the tunnel? Looks like we're getting into a tunnel. How was your flight, John? The business flight. So we need to ask the people actually from the staff to inform us. You can see all the right seats have been taken. The so-called Mount Fuji flight. It's no complaints. Good. So we have a look at Mike. Mike is sitting here. Sorry? Yeah, but I haven't seen any train staff so far.
Oh, where is your luggage?
It's gone.
They didn't steal it from the platform.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So here are more people entering the train. It's really cool, but let's go back. Don't want to be too focusing on the crowd. I just want to show you. How much was this shirt? I thought it was about 25 euro, like 30.
これの線は次が6時36分光501号下坂行きです。10席は前よりの1号車から5号車です。
Oh, Shinagawa. Yes, we need to focus and then have a better. This is just we are testing out this kind of picture quality in combination with commands. It's still a little bit glitchy. I'm sorry for that, but we just need to find the best connection, the best setup. There we go. Businessman after work, yes. So John Ho and JL, if you're still watching, please let us know what we have as a breakfast. We will have a bento box as breakfast. Yeah, I think the audio quality, it has to do, there's like a technical note for the people who are interested in the audio. Probably we need to change the bit rate for the audio, so it will be a little bit lower quality, but probably you won't hear that. But then it has less. Oh, there we. Oh, we are now in a tunnel. So it's now completely dark. Oh, we are back. We are back. Yes, today it's a Monday morning. Monday morning. So So there are about 130 million Japanese people, and I forgot how many millions live here in Tokyo area. Probably around, maybe I read 20, but maybe even more in the Tokyo metropolitan area. Hopefully the quality is still good, so you have an idea how Tokyo really looks like. Yes, JL, please give us a status update. As you can see here, the houses. Most people live here in most people here live in apartment buildings. If you like this stuff, please follow the hashtag Travel Japan. Follow the people on the top left corner: Swiss Mike, JL Switzerland, John Ho, and Yuka, as we also will meet Yuka. We also have Keizo-san. I'm not sure what other people we will meet, but definitely check out later also the scopes that we will are coming up. Yes, again, it's still Monday morning. We took the train at 6:26 a.m. This is not a free train. We just are just taking the so-called non-reserved cars 1 to 5. You just need to be you need to be fast here. About the interaction of the people, I know, Abby, it has to do with the upload speed. If we have a good upload speed, the interaction is much better. I definitely think they should improve that part. But I just think we should have sometimes have a high stream quality, sometimes just a regular periscope. But I agree that it would be much better if we have a little faster connection, because then the lag is okay. The lag can be, if everything is working correct, it can be like 3, 4, 5 seconds. But it also depends on your connection. So it's a 3-hour ride, and we bought some breakfast, so-called bento box. And the bento box, I can share a picture later with Instagram. It's a box that contains different squares, and in the squares, every square has each like small meal, or how do you call it, ingredients, like rice, or you have the plum, some broccoli, vegetables, or you have the meat. It's a very efficient. 5G definitely will help with streaming, because you have a much faster upload, and the buffer capacity can be used much better. It would be great to have the possibility to have a call-in function as well. Android doesn't have that system, and using the Android system right now, my iPhone is not connected right now. Yeah, so the better connection you have on your side, the less chance you have in the delay. And also what I said, if we have 5G connection here, the upload would be much higher. And there is even a possibility, but I don't have tried it out yet. We can even do so-called low latency scope, but then I need to check if that is possible. Maybe we can do that somewhere today. Yeah, so we have 20 megabits right now. In theory, about 20-25 upload speed. But you also need to think about and take into account that we are uploading here about 400 kilobytes per second. So we calculated it's about 2 gigabytes per hour that we are pushing. So about 2 gigabytes per hour we are pushing now inside Periscope. So you need to think about how many gigabytes they are storing from us. Yeah, latency will be lower, and I agree. It would be much better to have a. I also want to make a trade-off between the good quality video and have the latency. It's difficult. I prefer to have, as Abby said, very low latency, so you have the maximum user experience. I'm not sure about the speed here. What is this?
Wait.
Oh. Mike has some cool things to see. So I think what I really like, and somebody commented to me this on yesterday, and the day before yesterday, he was watching this Periscope on a 50-inch, I repeat, he was watching on a 50-inch screen, and he said, it's amazing, it's the best quality scope, video quality scope we've ever seen. And so it's really to have the trade-off. We also pushing this also to here. Oh, here. We got a message. We got an incoming message. John Ho, JL, Switzerland. And oh no, that my name is not written correctly. and Switz Mike. No, just kidding, John. I'm just kidding. All live. Ah, that is great.
What is wrong with your name?
My name is in like wie auf Deutsch, Kaspar.
Kaspar.
Wie die drei Könige.
Du hast den Melchior gelassen, ne?
Den ist wie heißt es, Balthasar, ne? Yeah, thanks, Abby. We really will enjoy the trip. I also have some business activities I have to do, take care in between. So it's really the combination of the private and the business trip. ETA to Shinosaki, and totally it's. I will have a look. I can show you here. That's the schedule. It's 180 minutes. Distance is 525 kilometers. So we will arrive at 9:30 a.m. So John Ho, JL, if you're watching this, you can see here the options. We did not consider. Oh, there we got. We got an incoming message. Casper NL, Swiss Mike from 15 to 19 April, all live on Periscope. So follow us.
Hashtag travel Japan.
Follow hashtag travel Japan. If you look to the Periscope and you're looking now for travel Japan hashtag, it's filled with all kinds of videos, basically from the group here. And I don't know what is city mapper.
What we can later do is actually.
Oh, there are more and more people.
For them, the rush hour really begins now.
We want to step back here on the other side. I don't want to be. I mean, they are working, and I want to be the annoying Westerner. You just need to trust me that more and more people get in now. Mike just left. He will be back soon. Again, the t-shirt was about 25 euros. I'm just checking other commands. And so again, closing. The weather, it's dry, but it's overcast. There we go, we'll close down. And then we will leave. Yeah, so imagine if there are 40 million people living in Tokyo and the total amount is 130 million. We were looking for somewhere to eat and drink in this car, but there are only vending machines, as you could expect. But there's not like cafeteria or something that you have in the ICE in Europe. The ones that are driving in Germany. I've never took the TGV, the one in France. Oh, here we have the speed. It's 92, 96, 99, 100. So what is the below figure 323? That's the
Kilometers. Oh, okay. That's because I was driving. That's the constant distance.
Everybody is saying we love your T-shirt, Hard Rock Cafe Tokyo.
I like it too. It was hard work to do it yesterday.
Hey, I have people asking us, how do you follow a hashtag? Can you give us a technical specification?
It's pretty much you need to when you go into your. I can show you how it's done on Periscope because that's our main. Do it on Periscope, you know.
So you go to Periscope.
Yeah, and then you go to the world, and then you can search, and then you can actually give here some doing the hashtag travel Japan, and then you will find all the.
But this is not a chronological order. So how do you find out the newest one, the newest one?
Good question. It's probably it will organize by.
But the monkey,
yeah,
the monkey is not ours.
Yeah, that's because someone else actually used our hashtag. So.
No, that's not allowed. you cannot use the hashtag Travel Japan now.
Yeah, as you can see, look here, they're all listed, but it's actually listed by the letters, I think.
And what about using the Twitter? Also, people.
And then you have on top here comes the list, and then you go for a hashtag somewhere.
Yeah, will it give the notifications then? Because for the Travel Japan, as you're doing this right now, it doesn't give any notifications.
Ah, okay. I have no clue.
You have no clue. So how can people follow then?
Yeah, the best is if you follow. Actually, you can find us with the hashtag. You find us easily. So then you can actually click and add us as your friends in your list, and therefore then activate your the messaging so that you actually get notification from these people. So that's the simplest way. Then you will always find all the scopes because it depends on your settings what you have done in your system.
I think Mo just said that she just put all the information, just sent it to us. But you should have the notifications turned on for that person. That is important, yeah. So maybe you can show that. So you need to follow the Swiss Mike.
Let's say.
So we need to follow.
I have here some. Look, I go to Casper, and then here I'm following him here, and here is a sign, and then you can actually choose just tweets with live video because that's usually what you want. So you can actually say, okay, then you will automatically be notified.
Can you show
But
that again? It is Twitter, huh?
Yeah, that's Twitter. And it's pretty much the same thing. Is it here? So let's say John Ho. Then you have here. Here you actually can only do if. But there is a catch. You have also to activate it here.
Ah.
In the settings of the app itself. You have to say.
But it is allowed.
Huh?
You have installed all the apps in the App Store.
So you will find that stuff here, at least on iOS. Then you can messages, so it's in German, I know, but it's pretty much always the same.
And then you need to switch them on, yeah.
So you can then actually activate messages. So you activate that. Then you can also in the activate all. So you can also sounds or just the notification. So you see how much new news were coming in. Then you can also look for a preview and you can automate it.
Yeah. So
That's pretty much just pretty much important is just that one and this 3 option, because then you will always get some notification. Then you can also use if you want temporary notification or permanent. So if you really want to stay on top, then you use actually permanent.
But this is like 300 different steps you have to go through.
Yeah, but that's how it works, my friend. That's I wasn't the
You're not
engineer of that app, so that's how it's done.
So in France you have the TGV,
Train à grande vitesse.
Grand Vitesse, and this is also very Grand Vitesse. And now we are getting more into the suburb areas, and as you can see
now
here,
we're looking at the speed levels.
the rice fields. Probably we will see a rice fields later. Yes, as Mike told us, he did not write the app, so I'm sorry that we are losing you. We have another technology allowing us to see the speed at the moment, and hopefully, I mean, we need to have the GPS signal for it.
Looking for the GPS signal. It's not working.
Yeah, so maybe we need to do another scope how we need to follow it. But I think it's a good question. I mean, if we talk and say everyone, you need to follow the Travel Japan, it's more complicated than it is. Here you can see all kinds of fields. They grow in crops. I'm just checking for the rice fields, but this is not a rice field at all. We will also be scoping in the system or in a place like near Shizuoka. And then we can also, hopefully we can see some rice fields. We are going now to Osaka, Shin Osaka, and Osaka is about 500 kilometers south of Tokyo. And there you can see already some mountains, or hills actually, I would say, hills appearing. And on the right hand side, I remember it's about 40 minutes after leaving Tokyo, we will have on the right hand side, we will have Mount Fuji. So we are now waiting for the Mount Fuji. Thank you, Mo. I really try to do our best to have the combination of the technology working, but we cannot promise that we have the best video and audio quality during the whole trip. Actually, it's not about sleeping, but this is also interesting to see, huh? And you need to imagine that Japan is also like an island, has a lot of hills, a lot of mountains. So not every piece you can build land for farming. So the speed should be around 300 kilometers an hour. Yes, we are enjoying this trip very much. And of course we want to share with you the most if we can, but I agree, the most important for us is that we have fun and that we will enjoy. So the speed at the moment, I just got the information, it's 250. This is live.
Yeah.
So we are going about 250 kilometers an hour, which is not bad. So outside we see the combination of greenhouses, but also regular farms.
Yes. Somehow they have to feed Tokyo.
Yeah, I mean, how do you need to feed 40 million people around this area? I mean,
Of course, they also live from fish.
how many miles an hour is this? You need to divide by 1.5 approximately.
When we're in the tunnel, we have no connection.
So we-
that's a problem.
So we ordered, or we just grabbed some food. It's called bento box, and the bento box is one of the most famous things you need to eat actually here in the
So
train.
we're having it. Alright.
So this is for the American or the mile system. We go about 160 miles an hour. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not working.
Yeah, that's because it needs a window. Because it can only work through glass, not through metal. And in tunnels, usually it doesn't work either.
We have no GPS signals in tunnels, unfortunately. I think Mount Fuji should come up. I think in about 50 minutes.
No, after 40 minutes
40.
when you're actually leaving Tokyo.
So how long do we need to wait? Wait, actually, it's really beautiful to see there the mountains with the clouds.
140 miles per hour, 138, 140, 30, 125, 120. You also have always a delay of about 3 seconds. That looks nice. Look on the other side.
Here, oh, that is also really beautiful to see the clouds on top, basically as a quilt, or how do you call it, as a curtain on top of the mountain. So, Mike, what are your first impressions of Japan?
Oh, it's great. It's great. It's really great. So usually you see only when there are some earthquakes and or really bad things happen, like with the nuclear reactor blowing up in Sendai and all the tragic. But if yourself here, it's a very nice experience. And
What would you say is the #1 experience so far?
so far, it's actually Shibuya. Just that crossing is crazy because there is at every moment through the day there are 2,500 people. When the red light goes to green for the people, there are actually 2,500 people moving over that crossing.
It's really a lot.
Every time. So that's the craziness of it.
So,
Yeah.
so for me, just to answer some questions, I've been into Osaka. Actually, you can see the cherry blossom. Just saw cherry blossom. I've been to Osaka about 4 times now. And here you can see a cemetery, also the Look,
cherry blossom.
and there you can see another, I think mountain hill now, and we are stopping here at the station, and the station is Odawara, and just check the kanji, the characters. I think the first one is small, the second one is a rice field, and the third one I don't know. Couldn't see it. It's like an apartment building. It's my alarm. This is a little bit too late.
Planes. They're actually alternative because usually you're faster with these bullet trains than with airplanes itself. So airplanes actually you have longer because you have always the pre-boarding scenario, so that takes 2 hours alone, and then actually fly say an hour or two, so you're up to 4 hours anyway somewhere. And with a train you have usually also 4 hours for the same or less or even less. Just think about from what we do. We go from Tokyo to Osaka and the flight is around 1 hour, but if you think about, so you have actually to go to the you have to take a train or a bus or a taxi to the airport itself, and after that you have to go through check-in and yeah, you know, all the procedures. So, and this takes usually also say 2.5 hours. You're not even flying for these first 2.5 hours. So then you fly an hour, so it's 3.5 hours, and then you have to get a baggage claim again, and so that's a hassle.
Just a hassle.
And with the train, you're pretty much in 3 hours you're there, and that's it. So it's a mass transport.
Oh, that is the fast train that doesn't stop here. So if you want to have something to...
I can elaborate that a little bit. There are also, we are in the Hikari Shinkansen. The Nozomi is actually the only Shinkansen that doesn't stop at any other station than, so it starts in Tokyo and it stops in Shin Osaka, and then later also in Osaka. So that's the only 2 stops that train makes. It needs about 2.5 hours from Tokyo to Shin Osaka.
2.5 hours.
Yes. So we're actually in the Hikari, and there are also different trains here on the Hikari. There are certain trains actually stop at 7 stations, as we do now. This train does that, but there are other Hikaris, they do just 3 stations on the way to our, so they're also a little bit faster. But this train takes about 27 minutes longer than the Nozomi, so almost under 3 hours. So it's still faster than what you can do with
It's fast trains.
yeah, bullet trains.
So there's, yeah, I'm not sure about the real speed. I remember that the same trains they have here, they also have in Taiwan, and there are some parts in which they do not go to the maximum speed, like 300 kilometers an hour, and some parts they will hit it. Really depends, yeah, on probably also on the trains, because if there's like only 50, no, not 50, like 30 kilometers in between, probably you can't make it. You need to have some basically some distance in order to get this 300 kilometers an hour. So Mount Fuji will pop up soon.
Train is usually around 285 kilometers max speed here with that Hikari train.
Oh, the Hikari has 285.
Yeah, it's because he stops at certain points. So, and the other,
The Hard Rock Cafe.
it's also called the Tokaido. Wolkenkranzen. Yeah, the other does 300.
The mass transport system in the US is really different. I mean, they
It's
really
the car.
love their cars. Yeah, I mean, I took the train regularly from from Boston to New York or to Philadelphia. Actually, it's the same story as Mike mentioned.
Have a lot of because
So after the Mount Fuji, especially if you have all
Dosha Shrine. So we're actually over. We're actually over already, flown by Mount Fuji as far as
we should see Mount Fuji soon.
that's
No.
here, and we are no, okay. So we're here, and Mount Fuji is there. So we're
Shizuoka.
here. We are.
So Fuji is from Fuji's natuurlijk.
Yeah, that's what you can see. You see the coastline here when she takes
Yeah,
boats,
yeah.
and you see the sea, and here you can see Mount Fuji. So usually how it's done.
Hey, it seems that yeah, just like flats, and then in the far end you can see the mountains. So in Germany, in Switzerland, they have a lot of repeaters. So even in the tunnels, you have a very strong 4G signal. There you can see the clouds as a like a layer on top of the mountains. It would be really cool to fly our drone in that area. It's allowed at some specific spots, but you cannot fly like in many other countries above 100 meters, which is like 300 feet. You cannot fly over groups, you cannot fly over dense populated areas. So Switzerland, I forgot, but they have different rules. I think they can go up to 300 meters. That's the reason why JL and Swiss Mike can just go making this insane, great quality drone scopes. Not only because of the height, but because of course also of their scales and of so the speed right now it's also less than. Hey, I saw T. I saw a T form very quickly. Oh, again. That's probably the Japanese green tea. You can recognize it very quickly because these are, yeah, there again. Hopefully we're able to see some more tea later on. Oh, there you can see the tea. Oh, wow. It's getting really the rural areas over here. So we go from one hotspot, which is Tokyo, to another hotspot, which is Osaka. Also in Osaka, I didn't check, but millions of people live over there as well. The people should have something to eat, so of course they import a lot of things. Yuka is not here with us. We will meet Yuka, I think on Tuesday or Wednesday, I forgot. I think Tuesday. John has the scheme. If you go to John M. Ho Twitter page, I think it's the schedule is up there. Also tea. So Japan is also very famous for their really high quality green tea, but they all kinds of also have all kinds of other trees, other teas. The teas I really like is the fresh green tea that is dried and powdered, and you can dissolve it as the whole leaf in hot water, like 60 degrees Celsius, and that's called a matcha. Matcha means green tea. That's something what I really like. It's some people think it's a little bit bitter, but for me it's really delicious. But you also have the roasted tea, which I also really like. It has a little bit like this smoky flavor. You can see also the industry, by the way. There's a lot of big chemical industry in Japan. Big chemical manufacturers of chemicals that are producing all kinds of chemicals they are exporting around the world. This looks more like that kind of area over there in which you're producing the chemicals. Matcha is now getting, I think in the last 5 years, getting more and more popular. There we are going more into the Fujisan area. It's getting more and more popular, but a lot of the matcha is sold as very bad quality tea. Also produced in, I think in China. And usually they put sugar in it because people don't like the bitter taste. And if you put sugar to something, it will remove, of course, the bitterness a little bit. But in my opinion, just yeah. I mean, it's like a hype then. That is right now happening. That the demand of actually we see snow at the back. The demand of matcha is really big. But if you look to the matcha tea or the matcha products, just to save money, there is, for example, only 0.3% or even less matcha in the product, and they just still can use the word matcha. Or I did not live for a long time here in Japan, but I've been here a couple of times for work-related activities, working together here with institutes and hospitals. I lived in Tokyo, studying there for about 3 months. So it's not so long, but it's long enough to have a better understanding of the local way of working, to understand how things can be done efficient, but also very inefficient. And there we have Mount Fuji. It was really short, or not. Where's Fuji? We should see Fuji another time. Mike has a the luggage.
Okay.
I informed him that our luggage is now in the upright position. No, just I mean, an upright position.
What?
Sexy ladies. I think. So maybe it's a good moment right now to move to the next chapter, which is the opening up of the bento box.
The eating procedure.
Yes. And by the way, we also have. Oh. We have.
What?
I think we have power on board. So can you please plug in, or do we have? How many plugs do we have?
As it looks, what you need, not enough. So the train will then be slowed down because
We will just remove too much. We will suck too much power. It's okay, yes. Just keep it like this, and then have.
there's a window.
Just it's so unscripted. But it's unscripted. I'm just not following the commands, I'm just preparing here stuff.
So I actually missed Mount Fuji. No, I was actually trying to myself, and then look at this.
You were to load? I just told them, you are taking care of Mount Fuji.
I was actually, I could take a picture, but it was already gone, the nice part, you know. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for one out of the 200 cables I have. I mean, how many miles of cables? I think like 3, just too much. But we have the Rev Power. It's a mobile power, which basically is enough to start this whole train.
All of a sudden it speeds up.
Yeah, if you connect it.
Oh. Yeah, but that's just drinking stuff.
So we are going to the next chapter now, which is the
Bentobolics.
Bentobolics. So where is the Bentobolics? On top.
You put it there.
So here we have the Bentobolics. So we bought the bento. So this one is yours. Of course we have the one we should not shout too hard because people are also
commuting to work.
yeah. Hey, where's the hashi? The chopsticks? Maybe they are inside. I'm happy that we can clean our hands.
Before we have to eat with them.
If there are, yeah, exactly. If there are no. By the way, it's really beautiful outside. I just want to give you another look.
Yeah, the weather is beautiful. We will see more of that because we will actually drive then tomorrow with the car here around this area, and we will also do some drone flights from here. And of course, we will take first the train to Shizuoka, some back to the place Mount Fuji, you know, and then we will go again, and then we'll drive around with the car. Oh, cemetery.
So let's open up the bento box.
Okay. Probably there is inside something to eat. Help the feet. Look there inside.
Ah, but there is foil on it.
Huh?
It's the foil on it to protect
Yeah.
spicy powder.
Spicy powder. Huh? So, where I put that spicy powder? Here or here? Or here? Or here?
So here you can have some mayonnaise, looks like this,
Yeah.
some vegetables, it's like salad. Here you have the rice with sesame, roasted sesame sauce. Here you have the chicken. And there you have some, probably some, how do you call it? Sauerkraut? No, some pickles, yes, that's the English word.
Ah, okay.
So it's his first bento box.
Yes, it is. So, not sure where that comes over.
No, it's not like roast beef. It's
They're doing it everywhere. Okay. And it's cold, huh? So it's not a warm something you eat warm or so. So,
where's the ketchup? Oh yeah, you should be quiet.
if you like cold stuff, then it's really good.
How is the cold chicken?
Wait, I taste it.
No chocolates, no cupcakes, no chips.
So imagine when it's warm, it's really, really, really good. Cold, it's a little bit
Cold.
Yeah. somehow.
Yeah.
But it's still good, tasty. It's good, also good.
Texture?
Yeah. So it's
Not overcooked.
no. No. So yeah. So
Is it not too cold?
it was actually in the fridge. You can you feel that, of course. So if we would wait another 2 hours or so, it would be room temperature. So, but now you still feel it was cooled.
Yeah. So sushi, actually, did you know that sushi can only be prepared by man? Because according to the, I heard about this. Don't blame me. Don't shoot the messenger. But females cannot prepare sushi because they cannot sense the temperature for the rice, because you need to have the perfect temperature for the rice, and females cannot do that according to the Japanese rules. Traditions. So that's the reason that there's a no sushi chef, Japanese sushi chef. That's a female.
So as you can see.
Oh
so
no! Don't do that. You're never allowed.
oh my God!
You never can put your sticks in there. It's one of the most rudest thing in the
So
whole
you
world.
cannot,
because it's
so,
for a funeral.
So you cannot give tips, and you cannot stick your sticks in the rice.
No. If you do that,
So-
it's because it looks like the incense sticks. You will burn them. You will put them in here, just to remember your person that just passed
Ancestors.
away. Yes. So you never. I'm happy that you almost did it, Mike, because this we can learn about Japan and we can share.
Okay, yeah. So something I didn't know.
Yeah. I only think the combination with Coca-Cola. But what I have here is the chopstick police. You end up with a chopstick police.
No, it's actually quite good. I really like it. So you can it's in one piece, but that's probably not.
Oh, they're telling me I could have this beautiful story about your ancestors and the incense, but I also just say it's dangerous because if the train stops, it can hurt you in your eyes. Maybe that's the story they will tell to the children here.
Oh my God! No, it's actually good.
Oh.
Amber, what is that with your phone all the
Casper,
time?
you lost your shit? What's
Who wrote that?
but I also want to open up my.
I think so, yes. Makes sense.
So I have a green tea. I just also the reason why we have this alarm, because I just say we need to remind me, like what's it, like every 9 minutes. Do you know why it's every 9 minutes and not every 10? If you say snooze, why is snooze not for 10 minutes, always 9? I think that is so strange.
I have no clue. I can't say it.
I also don't know. There must be something. Get rid of my tooth.
Because we will self-embarrass us.
Yeah, but yeah. Maybe. Hey, I have the same.
Okay.
How many pieces do you have of the meat? I want to make sure it's the same.
I have one each.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
I have 3 with dark brown and
Yeah, I eat one dark
exactly.
brown.
How many pickles do you have? It's the same, huh?
No, I think so, yes. Yeah, it's the same box, so it looks like it's the same food. Makes sense. Yeah, what the hell?
So also have a same procedure. Oh, I just put my chili in the in the mayonnaise. But that's not the way you should do it, probably.
It's a sacrilege.
You two look like you're in a movie. Then my question would be, can you guys and ladies, of course, come up with a good title of this movie, and not lost in translation because we are not lost.
No.
Yeah, of course we have 2 chopsticks, and
One is working, the other is broken.
yeah,
It's okay. And that is like a sweet and sour together. And also spicy a little bit. So, but that's a problem with the game.
why?
Because it actually the Fliehkraft.
Oh yeah, the
The X-forces somehow.
maybe we should ask the people, not today, but after the week,
Yeah.
what should be the title of the. Also, the fish is good.
Which is fish.
This is part of fish.
That is fish.
Some mussel. No, not the mussel. Mussel.
I thought it's some vegetable. Yeah. What?
Yeah, it's not a vegetable. This is
Oh, underneath they have also. I don't know what that is.
oh yeah, that really like. The food is delicious.
I have to acknowledge that it's really good food.
This is about $8.
Really? I have not. You paid for it.
I paid. You're used to get different kinds of.
Yeah, that's really important. Great.
Really great.
Even if it's cold, it's still great. So it's really astonishing.
Scoping on the Osaka Express. I like that. You should enjoy these moments, huh?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Kyoto ceramic. So we also will go to Kyoto.
But they use for printers.
But also very famous right now for the knives.
Oh, really? I love you. Do you know I love knives?
Also ceramic knives.
Yeah.
Oh, I should take you to the Tsukiji Fish Market. They have knives about the size of 150 or something.
Can I take that with hand luggage into the airport?
No, you cannot. You cannot have it with a hand luggage, unfortunately. Will not fit in the overhead bins. They always have this nice sentence, like, please be careful because things when open up the overhead bins because things might have.
Oh,
You open up
there's a rice field.
the rice fields, yes, and then you open up and this nice one.
Man lost his eye. Head falls off.
This is brand new. It must be very sharp.
Oh, yeah. So the only thing I didn't taste is the mayonnaise.
I think that it's strange to have the mayonnaise. Maybe
It's really just mayonnaise.
no. I'm very happy with our choice actually.
Yeah, it's. Gonna fight it, yes. So mayonnaise.
Yeah, so to bring a knife as a souvenir might not be the best idea on board, huh?
Probably.
Do you want to have McDonald's after this?
No. No. These are quite good. So I think we should do, instead of eating breakfast, we should go buy stuff like that. Because it's really good. Also, the girl behind us on the seat actually had some bento box stuff. No, it's really good, even if it's cold, but it's great to eat at home.
My really favorite is the combination of those pickles, huh? With the other part.
I like that. In the green things, I like that stuff here. That's really good.
It's a little bit like it's a bento breakfast on the tray.
Yeah. That's really good. Yeah. Should I move here? So you can eat that stuff every morning.
Maybe you need to buy a book, How to Cook Japanese Food, and you can show people instead of this your favorite what is this? Stroganoff. I don't know how many stroganoff scopes you have.
50. But every stroganoff I make, it tastes a little bit different. But it's usually never the same.
Another thing which you can buy, I mean this is a throwaway CO2 footprint
Bad
box, but you can also have like the real bento box. You can just buy it.
Then refill it.
But the Japanese are really strict on separating and recycling.
Yeah. Does it again?
We have a lot of 4G, or no, not 4G, G-forces.
G-force. Yeah. Circular forces. Eye surgery.
Well, I agree. It's pretty good meal.
Centrifugally.
Oh yeah, centrifugal forces.
So actually it turns the gimbal because it tries to correct it.
Did you see what I was playing a game yesterday? So I was standing in front of the vending machine and I asked the audience which button should we press.
What? No.
It was really cool. And I think that would be cool to have like yesterday John Ho had about 200 people in his live stream and we can do some like game like that. What's the speed?
Ah. Let me check.
What is it? What's this? A little bit crispy.
Great taste. It's really great taste. I'm sure it's written here.
We should make a picture and. Oh, here, by the way, here.
Ooh.
Wow, what a blue sea. Check out the sea.
Oh my
Or
god.
is it a lake? I can just show you guys.
Oh, beautiful. It's really beautiful. Some nice architecture of the bridge. Look there. Ooh. Making a train.
Yeah, we just try to combine the happy scope with the fun scope, environment scope.
So we can ask.
So how many hours did you sleep then? You did sleep like 2.5 hours?
Probably 2 hours there. I was awake before I had to, before my, before they called me. So I also started this morning making a small video where I had uploaded it to my status in Instagram. So yeah, it's nice. Love it. So if you go to like this, or what, like this. So if you go to Japan, look for this box, then you can eat the same as we do.
This video is not sponsored by Bento
Hard
Box.
Rock Coffee. I sponsored them. By Bento Box. Bento. So here it's actually also written. It says Bento. It's delicious food. I can't believe it. Picture. Whatever that means. Probably says delicious for Europeans. Oh, it's really delicious. I really enjoy it. I enjoy every single moment. So the impressions are actually overwhelming my ability to really, that it really sinks into my mind. It's like
But luckily we have the replay button.
yes, that's a good thing. And we can make our own films. So it's
Mamonake.
Christmas. Mamonake.
まもなく豊橋です。お出口は左側です。東海道線、飯田線と名鉄線、豊橋鉄道線がお乗り換えです。
Just miss the field
豊
of
橋を出ますと、次は名古屋に停まります。
Ladies and gentlemen, we will soon make a brief stop at Toyohashi. The exit will be on the left side of the train. Passengers going to the Tokaido, Ida, Meitetsu, and Toyohashi Tetsuro lines, please change trains here at Toyohashi. Thank you.
Correct?
豊橋です。乗り換えのご案内をいたします。新幹線豊橋から先、各駅に停車いたします。この697号新大阪駅、8時6分。
So no one actually controls in this train.
続いて在来線、東海
It's
道
just
線下り、
outside, so you could actually take the train, drive wherever you want, go back with a small ticket.
Of course, now we have big forces now, centrifugal forces.
So the gimbal always directs to the force of the center of to the earth. So this gets very much disturbed by braking or going into a curve.
Yeah, acceleration.
ありがとうございました。まもなく豊橋です。豊橋を出ますと次は名古屋に停まります。
And it's really astonishing when you look outside of
Attention passengers, we are stopping at Toyohashi Station. The doors on the left side will open.
But I mean, a gimbal, it's not something that is extremely fancy, but it hasn't been there.
豊橋駅では停車後速やか
I
に
mean, 10 years ago.
No. Also, if you think about even the German used it already for their V2s, you know, the rockets,
Yeah.
because that was how to stabilize something. So it's yeah.
V2, the V means version 2. It's just
Yes.
very innovative. The Germans
Yeah,
are
for
very
this,
innovative.
yeah, for this time it was really so. When they're bombing, so they actually, that was the first ballistical, bomb, so to speak.
But I think that is like something that was speeding very fast inside the bomb. I know.
Yeah, it's a gyroscope.
But this one
but the principle is the
is the
same.
same, yeah.
So it's because that is an electronical inside that does the same.
Yeah, so what's the update? Where are we now? We are at 8 a.m. and we will arrive at 9:30. So we have 1.5 hours. So we are halfway almost. Yeah. So, some people said in the scope, I'm like not like a digital addict, but I'm pretty tech savvy. I think Mike, he's the most tech savvy person of us all. But John Ho also likes, like me, is to bring a book, so we can write down things. What I want to write down. He's like a rock star, right? It's
It'll take it's 1.5 hours to go.
so what's the date? April 14?
15.
15 years.
So we're how many months?
April 15. So we are April 15.
書いとったよ。裏のそう。
Prefecture,
From Tokyo to Shima.
Osaka.
So what's the time of arrival? 9:30? What's the exact?
9:30, yes.
9:30.
Yes.
So that's the train. It's like a small dairy bit, but I mean, I've seen. I used to travel always with a dairy, but I get also a lot of pressure for myself, and I need to write something down every day. And I just stopped to do that last year. But when I just read it down or read it from a couple of years ago, it's really cool, very interesting. Especially when you write down your first thoughts. We have another acceleration.
So what we're also doing is actually we're driving away from the rain.
Yes, it's getting more sunny.
landscape. Because if you have seen the Sendai,
yeah.
you know, the water tsunami or something, it's actually, when you look outside, you can see these houses. It's
really like this, huh?
Yeah.
Could also be here.
Yeah, you wouldn't even recognize it.
And that one feels pretty homogeneous. Oh, by the way, there's also some greenhouses now.
Yeah. That's also something now he's reminding of his country. Not the tomato greenhouses. And it's also flat, like in his country.
It's a pancake.
So no, it's funny. Oh, he's well organized. I can see that.
So if we want, we can...
What is that? Is that a dead cat?
No, it's a black rabbit.
A black.
We can have the interview with you. But that's for another time.
Outside when it's windy.
But I think I forgot.
What?
We also have here.
Oh. Check it.
So if I will go to the front row, I will still have contact with this.
Hey.
This is
Oh, that's the box, huh?
yeah, that's the router.
They actually wrote me that's at 7 or so in the hotel, so the SIM card is there. So when we arrive, we'll have a SIM card.
Great.
There's also some cash floating in his luggage.
Where is my?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for that cable. Do you have the Wi-Fi box antenna?
Oh my gosh. Oh no, it's crazy. But it's great.
But if you have some screws in your head that are loose, you can always screw you.
I have also an organizer just for my cables and stuff, but it's like that size. I took it to Peru, but yeah, I couldn't take it here because it was too big, and yeah, it's a little bit annoying.
I think I have it in my other luggage.
The big one.
The big one.
What are you looking for?
The USB-C one that fits in here.
Ah. Yeah, I have it also in the other one.
But at a certain time. Oh. Mike, hello Mike. I'm going to check my luggage.
welcome back.
Yeah. So. Not alone in it. Yeah, I also have a mask actually with me. I bought one just for the sake of having one. So it's funny because I was sitting in the airplane flying from Hong Kong to here, and the two guys next to me, they just both had face masks the whole time, and I thought, wow. That's something you won't see in Switzerland. Yeah, I know. But the problem is it was too bulky, so I couldn't. It was too bulky actually to take it with me, so I could just throw it, filled up my luggage. So, yeah. Because I really wanted not to take that many, luggage and whatever with me, but you can imagine how that ended. You wear that all the time in Manhattan? Really? You don't know where it is? He found it. He found the cable.
I really do not like black cables because you don't see them anymore.
What?
I was opening up my luggage, there. I checked everything what I have. Everything is still there.
And then you know it's not there. So we're talking about, the face masks they have here.
Oh yeah, the Myanmar. Myanmar. It's Chinese Myanmar. It's very, very high quality.
Yes.
So actually, I had a chat with the manufacturer of the face mask, and I visited a company that produces them in Taiwan.
Oh, okay.
And sorry, just need to put the power in. Sorry, guys.
Okay, so
Yes. Why not? Are we gone? It's always difficult to say if we are still there.
lost connection. Trying to connect. Depends on how much time. So it's around 8 seconds or something. It tries to reconnect. Then it shouldn't be a problem.
8 seconds.
8 seconds.
That's a long time.
Yeah, but it's easy because I had a lot of scopes when I was driving, and at some point I had no connection. Then when you're over a certain time, then it actually shuts down the scope, and it's usually around 8 seconds.
You will be safe.
So
I think there are 3 cables. Can you just put one for the USBs?
I have one for me.
But there are 3. There should be one more left. Oh, here. That's one. You got it. It's here. So I think we should have a view here of the technology that is
Involved in that stuff here. I don't know where
What are you looking for?
my own Wi-Fi. It's somewhere because I have a connection. Obvious.
What do you need to do if you finish? You just need to send it back to them?
No, Kansai Airport has a
it's
drop
in
off.
Yeah, we are also have. But I want to try, but I'm afraid this will. We need to have another stabilization, so I want to buy like a special weight. Yes, just how do you call it? With the kleeband.
Counterweight. Yeah, you mean Velcro.
Velcro. Yes. So we could have. Sorry, where are you here? So we have kind of view.
A balance.
It's very heavy as to carry around. And, that's also one of the things which I think is sometimes a little bit annoying. If you're carrying around so much technology, you should have the right balance between what you take with you and what not.
And that's the point. That's why I don't have my gimbal with me, because I have to say, okay, it's another, and I knew you will have one, and I also know
John Hall
will have one, and probably GL has also one with, so it doesn't make sense. And for me, it's not tight.
You have the one I really like. Let's go back. I think this one is.
What do you mean with I have one that you?
I mean, you have a. I like this one a lot.
What's this one?
Yeah, because it's also very compact, very efficient.
Yeah.
You can
Light, you can long it.
And also, if you
can smash someone or something.
Yeah, but especially if you, I think it's smashing face. Yes.
So it's a.
Yeah.
So.
But do you have some Velcro with you?
Yes, but it's. I have to look at. I think I have. Oh no, I have tape. I have gaffer tape. You know the strong ones.
Yeah.
You want?
Yeah, because but you also need to have a counterweight.
We can just. Or
some money. Usually I put some.
Too much.
Too much. No, but
but we can use something like.
MJ showed me you have those like very nice small weights, and he just put it on.
Yeah. You know what? We should look for a tire shop. They have these counterweights.
Because this phone is more to the left, huh? So I think we have enough.
That's also the problem with that phone on my. I also had. I actually did what I just said. I actually plugged from a car, from the rims, you know.
Yes.
And you have 1 gram, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20,
it's like
25.
You used to lead or not?
Yeah.
It used to be lead. Yeah. So I'm traveling around with Velcro actually, really.
I have.
Because it's so convenient.
I have something to. Usually have a piece with me. Actually ordered that stuff in AliExpress in Shenzhen. So no, I like that stuff too.
まもなく名古屋です。東海道線、中央線、関西線と名鉄線、近鉄線、青波線、地下鉄線がお乗り
But I
換え
have
です。今日も
always
新幹線をご利用くだ
wet
さい
wipes.
ましてありがとうございました。
I like the
名
wet
古屋を
wipes
出ますと
because I just feel a little bit dirty
次は
after
伊豆
the
島に停まり
bento
ます。
box. I mean, of course, we were using
Ladies and gentlemen, we will soon make a brief stop at Nagoya. Passengers going to the Tokaido, Chuo, Kansai,
And it's totally okay if you use when you're grown up and you use stuff like that, but when you have children that are very young, you shouldn't do that with your children.
We will depart
Yeah,
shortly
because
after arriving at
allergies,
So
if you
please be
get
ready to
allergic
get
to
off
something, it's
before
usually
the
because
train
in your
starts.
youth, yes.
Thank you.
That's why people in the city usually have more problems, are more prone to actually these problems, this kind of problems, than people who grow up in a dirty farm or whatever, because they're used to this stuff. So their body actually produces some anti whatever.
about thinking about bringing stuff with you. I also brought this thermos. This is the guy from Germany. This is a Japanese brand.
京飛騨3号富山行きは
Not
8時
it's a German brand, but it's very
47 分
famous.
To be also in the scope.
関西線快速便1号富山行きは8時37分
She actually take a look.
13番線から発車いたします。
コマーシャル。
ご利用のお客様、お忘れ物はございません
I
か
don't know.
今一度いかがの上、席の周りを確かめくだ
So
さい。
this is what to keep the water
また降りるとき
cool
は
and
足
hot,
元
of
にご
course.
注意ください。
But this one is like
ご
Japanese
乗車ありがとうございました。
design,
まも
so
な
that
く
it
名古屋
can
で
keep
す。17
about
番
8
線に到
hours
着、お出口
just
は
ice
右側で
cubes
す。
in it, or just
次はストッピングが
8
名古屋
hours.
です。
Yeah, because usually air is the best isolator that you can have. So it's actually not air. It's actually air that doesn't move.
Vacuum.
Or a vacuum. Yeah. Because then it can't transport actually the heat or the cold or whatever. So there is no transport medium. So and outside they also have these stores on every station as far as I can see. We have our bento box out of Delica station.
Delica from Delicatessen.
Yeah. We also have a kiosk. Weirdest everything. So we have a guy filling. Oh, we see someone filling up.
Hey,
the
somebody says
vending
Mike.
machines.
If Mo says Mike will go home, a new man. With
What?
Mike will go home. Wet wipes and chopsticks. And the hard. Oh yes. Wet wipes, chopsticks, and the Hard Rock T-shirt. He will be like a newborn. Yeah, I think also the this is actually the one I bought in Taiwan, but because in Taiwan
I like the textures.
it's also clean.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I was walking to my luggage, and just when I was walking, the train was moving like this. I almost fell over one of the ladies.
So
I was a little bit shocked.
So the train is pretty much empty now. It's
Yes.
it's really it's almost empty. It's crazy.
So where are we then? Because it's
Good question.
so we were boarding this train at 6:30. Now it's almost 8:30.
Now it fills up again.
Fills up.
Yeah.
Hi, arigatou gozaimasu. Hi, dozo. What I also like is these.
Braided cables.
Yes, but this is like leather, or maybe it's fake leather. It's really. I bought this
Dirty?
in Shenzhen, $1 or something like this. But I like the.
The feel.
I think you should have, as a lady, you should have always a matching USB cable with your bag. Eh? With
Yeah,
your
it's,
Gucci
it's,
bag.
it's not right. It's fake leather. But it's
It's a look and feel. You can buy them. Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton. Ah,
Or Gucci.
Gucci. Gucci. Gucci. Sounds nice.
But did you check the location or not? Because this seems to be also like a bigger city.
Yes.
9:30.
Yeah. But I thought he has a trip itinerary.
We're just following the schedule. Yeah, so we're using the pocket Wi-Fi here, the pocket Wi-Fi from iVideo, and unfortunately we can't see how much terabytes we already consume. But
までの
We
各
already
駅に止まり
uploaded
ます。
at
こ
least
の電車は全席
just a lot.
禁煙とな
I
っており
also
ま
have
す。
one of these
お手元
somewhere,
を座
but
れるお
I
客
have
様は
no clue where
喫
it
煙ル
is.
ームをご利用ください。普通車の喫煙ルームは
I should
3
probably
号
search
車、
it now.
7号車、15号車。グリーン車の喫煙ルームは10号車にあります。
It's
携帯
still
電話
alive.
はマナーモードに
We
切り
can
替える
trust
な
the
ど、
time, so I
周
don't
りの
have
お
to
客
know
様
where
の
we
ご
are,
迷
I
惑と
just
なら
know
ないよ
where
うに
we'll
ご
be
協
in
力
an
をお
hour.
願いいたします。駅および車内への危険物の持ち込みは禁止されております。不審なものや行為にお気づきの場合は乗務員または駅係員まで教えてください。
I think the view time per what do you call it, per user is probably very very high.
電気の緊急通報装置
What's this?
または客室にある非常停止ボタンでお知らせください。
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Shinkansen. This is the Hikari Super Express bound
Super
to Shin
Express.
Osaka.
Not just the
We'll be
express,
stopping
it's
at
the
all
super
stations
express.
before arriving at Shin Osaka Terminal. Smoking
That's
is not
also
allowed
something
on this
very
train,
cool.
except in the
It also
designated
fits your
smoking
drone,
rooms located
Navi.
in cars 3,
You actually
7,
put that,
and 15.
Yeah, so I see it
The
already.
smoking
so
room
put
car
that in, and then it claps
10
out,
is
so
for
you can actually
passengers
use
in
that
green
to
cars.
stuff it, and you have
Please
still,
refrain from
then
smoking
you
on the
can
train,
even put a,
including areas at the end of the cars.
no, a big,
Looks like you're in the airplane now.
To silent mode. You are
and no,
welcome to
yeah,
put your
no, but
luggage
we're
on
rolling
the
just on
shelf.
the floor. What
Please be
taxi?
careful.
I'm checking the hotel, how far it is. We are.
It's not that,
If
it's
you would like to
about
put your luggage
200
behind the
meters or something.
seats,
Ah!
or
We're having fun with my Wi-Fi.
Oh, you have SoftBank. I also have SoftBank.
Yeah, because that's the only, that's why they say.
The unlimited one.
Yeah,
If you notice any
but mine is
suspicious
smaller,
item
look at
or
this, huh?
behavior,
More
please
convenient.
notify staff immediately.
Yeah,
In case of
not the
emergency,
same.
please notify train crew
And
by
it
the
has some sense.
emergency button or the SOS button.
So you don't
Thank you.
scratch.
Yeah, I agree.
今日も東海道新幹線をご利用くださいましてありがとうございます。この電車は光501号新大阪行きです。停車駅と到着時刻をご案内いたします。次の岐阜羽島には8時30分、米原8時48分、京都9時14分、終点新大阪には9時30分の到着です。次の停車駅は岐阜羽島です。お出口は左側です。
Thank you, Japan.
なお、この電車では
Wellspur.
新幹線フリー Wi-Fi サービスがご利用いただけます。
Oh, cow face.
続きましてワゴン販売のご案内です。ただいま香りとコクが楽しめるホットコーヒーやアイスコーヒーのほか、お食事とお飲み物でワンコイン500円のモ
What
ー
kind
ニ
of
ングセッ
souvenirs
ト、
do you want to bring?
時代の先端を行く雑誌、
I'm sorry, I'm not checking souvenirs. No, no, I mean from Japan to.
At all?
T-shirt. You already have everything you need.
I have a shirt? No. No. I want also a t-shirt in Hong Kong. That I'm missing. No, I'm not sure what I should. I will, of course, I will buy some bento boxes and take them with me to Switzerland, just for the sake.
What about tea? You like tea?
Yeah, I like tea, yes. But
Hey, Katsumi, Somi.
yeah, I know him. Soulmate 30 or something is his name. Turn on
sorry, just because you were showing your gadgets. We got gadgets and gadgets and gadgets. We got gadgets.
Oh, battery now.
What was this? I think because
Was it here?
まもなく岐阜羽島
I
で
don't know
す。
why.
名鉄線はお乗り
wait.
換えです。岐阜羽島を出ますと、次は米原に停まります。
Yeah, just
Ladies and
one moment.
gentlemen,
We
we
will
will soon make a brief stop at
we're
Gifu
switching gear.
Passengers going to the Meitetsu line, please change trains here at Gifu Hashima. Thank you.
This is the mic stuff. Yes.
That's
Oh, we have 8 minutes, seconds.
8
まもなく
minutes.
岐阜羽島です。
And
乗り口は左側です。
still make sure that this one needs to be
まもなく
loading
岐
or
阜羽島です
recharging.
Add it.
Attention passengers, we are stopping at Gifu Hashima Station.
Stick it in, stick it out. So, yeah, we will visit Osaka. I was just checking there. Can't we just put it here?
What?
But can't we just put it like here? You have such a great device. Like here.
Okay. Wherever you like. That won't fit. Wait. I have to do that like this. So, wait. So, now we can do it. So, does that look great? Yes, it is.
I think if we can go a little bit more to the
No,
right.
wait. Then we can do that. Something like that. You want to, because then I'm the only guy on the picture.
So if we would have to walk to the hotel, it says it's 1 day.
No. Yeah, you look, but that it's Osaka. You have to look Shin Osaka.
Yeah, I know.
Otherwise,
But
it's
that's also very. That is such a really big station, the Shinosaka. I just need to check which Shinosaka exit we need to take because there are 1 million.
So look, if you look here, that's actually Shin Osaka station. So,
Yeah.
and the train, and which one it takes? It takes somewhere.
1 day and
Yeah,
eight
but
seconds.
it's here. We actually be here from here.
Yeah, I know. I
So-
just need to take this.
I watched it. I already took. I did that.
We need to have the south gate.
Yeah. So then it's just a few minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Oh my gosh, it's a long walk. 4 minutes, yeah, from the outside, so it's 4 or 5 minutes. So it's very near. It shouldn't be a problem.
I want to try something out here. Don't flush the toilets in Switzerland. Try a different system. I want to restart.
I have to share that.
Come on.
Tweet.
Can you hear us or not?
Yeah.
Still.
That's exactly what we do. Yeah. Guys are great. We're having fun. Japan. So, that was a strong.
Somebody was.
No, I didn't miss the question actually, because I can watch it here. You guys are great. I was in Japan in 1970, looking to come back for my 5th year. Oh.
Would it be possible for you to do a scope of unpackaging a suitcase for traveling abroad? Of course, we can do that, but why would you be interested?
In our...
I mean, what is so special about our socks? In it. You mean the amount of socks? It's very easy. The amount of socks for me is always the same as the amount of days that you will go.
Yeah, also underwear.
Plus one.
Yeah, also underwear, it's also...
Yeah. But if I go away for more than 7 days, so that is like 8 socks, usually I will make sure I have a washing thing in between.
Yeah.
So basically I will make sure I have things for 7 to 8 days. But that's Rose Village 1 asked that question.
Lotte. Hello. Test 2. Hello.
I want to do another test.
Okay.
Yes, I want to put this one into here to see if the quality will be proven. Will be improving.
Where do you have that microphone from?
This is a Rode microphone that can be used to plug in an iPhone and Android, because usually it doesn't work.
Okay.
This is a condenser microphone.
Okay.
Usually this is
How close? It's taking pretty much 55 minutes. In 55 minutes we will be in Shinosaka.
so I have this one, but I also have an extension cord.
Okay.
But so what's the best quality, like this? Or by the way, check 1, 2, 3.
7.5.
When I was packing for Europe, 8 countries, I had some issues. What each?
Yeah, because usually in Europe it's not very common actually, you know, the lavanderias or shops where you can wash your clothes or something.
Yeah, but in a hotel usually they.
Yeah, they do that, but yeah.
But I think it's sometimes annoying, especially if you're traveling from one place to another one.
And you don't stay for a few days on one place.
Exactly.
That's mainly the problem. So that's also, this time it's that a little bit of trouble.
Is the quality right now good? Can you hear me well or not? It's just...
You were gone for a month, so you had to take 32 socks. 32 underwear. No, I usually also take.
Oh, the ambient audio has been reduced. Oh, that is great to hear.
Oh, okay. So noise reduction is working on that.
Actually, I also have. I don't. It's in my other luggage. It's like the Rode. No. I don't want to show the Rode, but it's like if I can also mic you up, so you can have 2 mics, then put them in here.
Oh.
And then you can.
Y cable or a Y cable.
Yeah. Epsilon.
Cable. Great.
Did Swiss My buy several hard rock T-shirts for Trump? MN? What is MN?
Where do you have that question?
Here. I got
for the Trump.
Dean, we don't know what you're talking about.
The quality is good.
Show me that. Casper, show me that a minute. I don't know what you mean. You mean that combination? That's the Rode, yes. It's a Lavalier. I forgot which one. Just as Rode. This is one of the most used Lavalier microphones for iPhones.
Okay.
And I really like it because what I don't like about your sound of the Mavic Pro Or is it from JL? I forgot. Is it the whole the
That is GLs. It's not.
Oh,
mine.
JLs.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not mine.
oh, that's from the Phantom. It's from the Phantom that generates that
No,
sound.
it's the
Remote
the
Phantom.
remote itself. Yeah, the remote.
I think that is just annoying.
Yeah.
The Rode with two mics. Yeah.
Hey, look,
But
that's it.
I
you
have
know,
it. I have it in the back.
Katsumi,
Hey,
san.
Katsumi. So
Oh,
welcome.
we're in Japan too.
Oh.
So
Please share so we can share your country. What I'm going to do is I wanna phase out for about like have a power nap for about 10 minutes or something. Can you take care of the people here?
I will always take care.
I think it's important for me always. If you, oh, sorry. I'm gonna mic you up.
Okay. I'm in charge now.
So I think it's important to know that if you want to sleep, you need to buy this one and then just put it in
A hoodie. Oh no. So it's really great. I'm really happy. So that's something you think I should buy? Are you sure? Yes, so yeah, yeah, why not? But I never have. I have actually a microphone also at home. It's from a Steel series, so it's a very expensive one actually, because I used to have some. I was a COD player, Call of Duty player, and I was also in a team, so I was actually good at that stuff. I'm still good, but at some point I had to say, okay, I'm a little bit older than usually, you know, so they say good night. Yeah, and it also works actually with the iPhone, and the cable is like 3 or 4 meters long, so that's a little bit that's the only downside, so to speak, to that microphone. So struggling here with the power cords. Okay, that worked, so we're back. No, and you missed my cooking shows. No, I can't do that. That's weird. He has actually his glasses on. No, so
It's too hot in the hood. Luckily, I have something for.
he has now an indoor ventilator for his hoodie. Ooh.
Always need to be prepared on a journey like this.
Katsumi-san, we're going to Oshinosaka, and later tomorrow we will go to Shizuoka, to Yukasan in Shizuoka, and then be a day there in Shizuoka region, perfect around Mount Fuji, and then we're going to Kyoto in 2 days. 3 days. In 3 days we're going to Kyoto. The quality of this mic is crisp. No, this one is actually Casper's one, this mic. But I also have one at home actually, but I seldom use it because, yeah, since the iPhone they stopped producing, removed actually the, you know what they removed.
So since then you have actually to put it here with an adapter into the oh my to recharge. The map Mary Poppins cool. Yeah. I don't know. We have to wait till he's actually getting back to us. So oh, cherry blossoms. It's actually really nice here. So it looks pretty much similar since we started. So I can't say there is really something changing outside. On the landscape, yeah, it's of course different kind of hills surrounding us, but it's pretty much, as you look, the villages and the buildings, they all look somehow the same, or they are similar. It's also they're actually not building high rises here on the countryside. There is just some flats. A movie battery pack. You're welcome, Mexico. Ah, you bought a MoFi power station. Oh, that's good. I have also since I have that phone here and the iPhone 7 I had before, or I still have. So because I realize I can actually scope for hours with. I have to say, oh, hello, Gia. So he takes a power nap. We will arrive in about 45 minutes. So I didn't sleep that long this night. They look like soldiers. What? Yeah, they're women and guys. And the funny part, what they do is actually when they're standing on the entrance, when they walk by, then they stop there, turn around, and then they move away. So it's funny. It's really funny to see that. Then you think, what? Okay. Yeah. No, it's a really nice train ride as we have here. So. GL, can you share the scope, please? Can you all please share the scope? That would be very nice of you. Thank you, Katsumi-san. Thank you. Bye bye. No, so yeah, because that would actually push our stream a little bit up higher. And we need some serious viewers, I think, because it's a really nice. We started at least a nice scope, and he really, at the beginning, he was also scoping the landscape outside. So it's. Thank you, Gio. Ja, Nee, muss nicht raus. Nein, mir geht's gut. Das ist halt irgendwie eben. Ja, wir natürlich. We actually watched the scope from last night, where GL and John O and John LA were on the airport in Hong Kong. But since we have an hour, thank you for sharing, all people. Thank you. We were actually since we have a time difference, so we were awake till almost 2 in the morning. As we went back, we went to a family mart, so they have 24 hours open. We bought some beer. Then we went to the hotel because no bar was open anymore, so we had to go there. And they have in the second floor they had some tables and stools and stuff like that. So we went there and drank beer and watched actually the scope you did, guys, in the 10K viewer scope in in Hong Kong. So yeah. And then we went to bed and I took a shower. And as I took a shower, yeah, it was already though. We have a guest and she's actually just flew. No, so yeah, I went then to bed at 2 in the morning or something, and then slept, and yeah. But I think I woke up again, and then I slept again, and yeah, so I slept probably 2.5 hours in total. I was then awake at almost 5 in the morning. I was totally awake, so yeah. Didn't get that much sleep. But it was worth to watch that scope. Ooh, there is a. You can really, when it goes by, it rocks you on the side. It rocks you on the side when the train goes by. It's weird. No, so and. At 5:30 in the morning, we actually left the place. Ooh, hello, John. We left actually for the train station in Tokyo. So we were pretty much a half an hour too early there. So that was a little bit weird. But at least we could actually choose our space here. We could choose which place we wanted to see. Because we reserved seats yesterday. Yeah. So I always have to look here for the comments actually, because here they are too late. No, I'm not gonna collapse because of that. No problem. As long as I can. No, usually I take 6 hours of sleep, and then I'm done with sleeping anyway. So I'm getting old, you know. Then you wake up early. Ask Gia. No. Or John Alley. No. Just joking. It will actually work out well. And as we can see, so we had really good connection here, and yeah, almost perfect Wi-Fi connection with our Wi-Fi boxes here. So there was only once a short time where we crossed some tunnels where we actually fell out of the signal. So yeah, but that was probably 20 seconds or something. And then we're back on track with our Wi-Fi signal. And yeah, it wasn't a problem at all. So yeah, I really think it's a good thing, and we can also scope when we tomorrow actually go in that direction. We will be able to scope without any troubles. There is also free Wi-Fi in the train itself, so you can also use that, but they have some kind of restriction. So if you have high bandwidth usage, they actually cut you down to 128 kilobytes per. Hey. So that's a little bit the downside of it, but it's not really a problem because we have Wi-Fi box, and when we arrive, it's actually a 5 minute walk from the train station in Shin-Osaka to our hotel. Hey, good day, good day. It's a 5 minute walk, so we will go there, and I will retrieve also my SIM card because they send it there. They actually notified me this morning at 8 o'clock or something, so an hour ago or so they wrote me a message. Right. Tell me something. No, so then we're really on over the top when it comes to internet connection and stuff like that, so because there is no problem. I read a lot of things about how complicated it is to get some Wi-Fi signals. Why is Japan so much more advanced than US? It's pathetic. I'm not sure, because a lot of things. Look, the point is that in America it's always about companies. Never the government. Look, in countries where you have that advantage or advances, it's usually not the companies that do that. It's usually the government that actually spends money, so on infrastructure and stuff like that. So, and in America there is a problem with that. In here it's very different. So they say, yeah, we need that, so it's done. Even in the underground, like Louis Poppy scope it from a. Oh, okay, great. Now we do that too, and we will do it tomorrow again. And yeah, no, it's really a. Hi, Thailand. Hello, hello. Ooh, lots of follow you. Yes. Louis Poppy, Tina. Hello, Tina. Oh, the bento box was just great. It was really good food there. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't believe that it was cold food. It's really cold because it came out of the fridge. But it was really tasty. Somehow I crave already in my mind for the next one. So I'm really looking forward to the next one. Hello. Yeah. It was in a bento box. We actually both had the same. And it was really, crap. That's something we really need also in Switzerland. I think that would be really, really good to have. No, I'm not traveling around the world. Not so far. So I need a Patreon page and some. Then probably I'll do that. Because it's not that easy, because it takes time and you have to work at some point, because otherwise you don't have money, and therefore traveling around the world takes some time, and therefore I still have to pay my stuff at home. It's not living is not for free. Even if you're abroad, you still have to pay your stuff at home. So that means on top of that money you use for traveling, you also have to pay at home somehow. So that's, yeah. Oh, so far it's really beautiful here, and really it's a little bit a sensoric overload in my view for me, because there is so much new things, and it seems like a little bit I can't process all at this time. Yeah. So GL is waiting. He's already in Osaka, and he's waiting actually for us to hear. No, so what can I say? It's really a worthy experience so far, and I have really to thank to GL and John Ho, and also the guy that takes a power nap, and Yuka. Yeah, that I can attend that travel with these guys, and I think also there's a lot. I really enjoy the company with these guys, so that's yeah. And I think that's also necessary because it makes a lot easier actually to travel around here. I just remember yesterday, for me it would not be possible actually to go to Shibuya, yes, no problem, and also at some point to go to Roppongi, but there is a problem. But I wouldn't be able actually to do it in one evening as I did with him, because he knew, okay, we have to go there, and then we have that ticket, this, and that's a different company, because in Japan they have 20 different companies who share all these lines, so it's really complicated as a foreigner. If you don't know anything, you will pay a lot of money actually because of your mistakes you're doing. Like you think on one level of the metro you actually put your card in it, and then they actually suck your money out, and then you realize it's not the same. It's not the same. Yeah, so it's it's some kind of a lifetime experience, and it's also, of course, it's the first time I'm here, and it's really an overload on the information. So it's like when you're winning something, I think a lot of sports guys actually have the same problem. When they're winning or getting world champion or win their first race, you can't comprehend that in that moment. It needs some time, a few days, and then you actually gets into your mind. So I think it's pretty much the same for me now here traveling in Japan. So it's like when I'm looking in that phone and then I search something, and then I'm fully concentrated on something because I read something, and then I put away and then look around and then realize, oh my gosh, I'm in Japan, or I was in Hong Kong, or so yeah. So the point is, that's the difference when I go to Peru. Oh, Yuka-san. Hello, Yuka-san. When I go to Peru, it's different. Because I'm there, and then I'm there. And here, but it's because I was there 3 times, so, and for a long time, so. And here it's just a short, a short experience, very intense, and yeah, but I really enjoy it. I can say that. And I feel blessed with people around me, like GL, like John Ho, like Casper, like Yuka, and so that amplifies my experience in a very positive way. So it's a very uplifting stuff to do. Yeah. So that's it's pretty much what I can say about. Yuka-san. Oh, yo. So, yeah, I hope that gives something that people can understand when I explain that stuff. I think that's also important for me to, yeah, to explain to the people and, yeah. Yuka, look us here. He's power napping. No, and I hope you can also see that in the scope at some point. That we're, I think also him, he enjoys the ride. But he was already 4 times in, it's not the 4th time he goes to Osaka, so he knows Osaka already. So for him, it's, I think it's a good, oh my gosh, I'm frozen. And actually froze on the worst picture it can freeze. Oh no. What's the point here? Full signal strength. Oh no, it works again. Yeah. No, I know him also now for 2 years or something. I still remember. So he was coming to Chiel's place. So we were awake outside in the garden for probably, I think that was the first longest scope I ever made. It was about 5.5 hours or something. So see you tomorrow, Yuka-san. Yeah, so no, it's really a joyride, and I'm happy. So in about 10 minutes I will wake him up, because then he has to overtake again, since it's his scope. So and what are you doing, guys, actually in Osaka? What does the other half of the crew do? Where are you? Hey, Peter. Hello. New York City. Hello, Arky. Yeah. Oh no. No, I have to wait. Can't wait. Yeah, we'll do that. So. So we're around with 260 kilometers per hour, 270. No, quite nice. Nice speed. So this Hikari train actually stops at pretty much every single stop at 7 times in between. So the Nizumi wouldn't stop. He would actually drive from Tokyo to Shinozaka without any stops. Yeah, so no, I'm really happy. I'm smiling. Inside, I'm always smiling. But it's a very weird good question. I have no clue. We're on the. We're there in 25 minutes. We're actually there in Shinosaka. So. At least, so the train actually emptied. The train emptied itself twice on that trip. So it was first, it was packed like crazy. Not from Tokyo itself, there was not so much people actually. But then on the next two stops, it actually filled up. And then on a fourth or fifth stopping before that was after what was that town? I don't remember the name of that town, but then it really emptied the whole train here. At least that wagon was empty. We're just pretty much alone. So on the next stop it actually refilled again and it's full again, like quite a lot of people now. Gian, we will actually be, it takes around 5 minutes from the train station to the hotel, so Shinosaka. Shinosaka. So at 9:40 we will be there, I think. We will see. Oh, looking really forward to that trip, and it will be a joy. It will be a joy, and of course, a trip status, what? So, I think I should wake the Dutch peasant so he can work again, do some work. So it's Thank you, thank you. Yeah. I'm just a random guy. So, follow me. No, I try to be genuine and nice and, yeah, be how I am and who I am. Not try to be someone else, because it's a waste of energy to try to be someone else as you are. So. I'm still wondering about the stuff outside, so.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will soon make a brief stop at Kyoto. Passengers going to Tokaido, Sanrin, Kosen, Nara, Kintetsu, and Sapporo, please change trains here at Kyoto.
20 minutes.
It's usually. Oh. So we'll go to Kyoto and then go down again?
Go down to Kyoto and then just go down.
We will take a look. But you can charge it again, because I charged it actually. Yeah. So I thought, okay, I can also, because it was down to.
I had a power nap. I can.
You can take over again. Okay, then I can actually search for where we are.
What happened actually in the last 20 minutes?
John Ho, GL, Yuka,
Oh,
everyone was here. You were. So yeah, they mentioned that I seem to be a genuine guy. So I
Hey,
thought,
JL is still here. What do you have? What do they have for breakfast? They're waiting for us.
he asked. I don't know what they're doing. I asked, but no one actually did answer that question.
Welcome to Japan.
Where we are? Kyoto?
Kyoto.
Yeah.
Kyoto.
Kyoto. Kyoto des. So next stop will be somehow then. I have no clue.
Maybe
Shinosaka next stop.
yeah.
So yeah. So I was the first actually met everyone on that trip. He actually mentioned that I not even thought about that in the first place.
So just thinking about what we are going to do when we will be. We will meet them at the hotel.
I think he asked me. I told him. So John O asked me, and then I told him he should look there, and then I answered my friends. Okay. We checked our bags and went out nearby for a quick bite.
Quick bite, sounds good.
Yeah, but that's
Because John Ho was
1 hour ago.
again telling us he was really looking forward to have a special breakfast. So
Okay. Without us, great. No, we had also good food. So
we also had a quick bite.
yeah, I'm actually good so far.
Yeah, me too. I'd like to have a cup of coffee somewhere, but I can also have a cup of coffee from the machines.
Yeah. That's a good thing. I don't need coffee. So then I will.
I also don't really need it. I just want to have it. Mic me up. An Avenger.
Yeah, yesterday you actually wrote, yeah, I have to change of mic.
Yeah, it was just for fun.
Mic. I know.
We want to have another mic.
Yeah. I already thought you were against me somehow. Faked me into believing I was a part of a group. But they always had some other mic around.
So can we see the how much power we have? Are we 29%? Because that is something what I have seen, that the battery drainage sometimes
It's weird. Yeah,
it's pretty
sucks more than you can actually put in.
Yeah. So we need to have a power nap.
For the phone.
Yeah.
So now it's your turn.
So this is Kyoto, and because we are in Kyoto, we can see the Kyocera. Kyocera is from the company what I mentioned, that Kyoto Ceramics. And I see over there, you see, I mean, I cannot really show you guys, but there are two, like, I don't want to say like very round shaped things with a nipple on top. That no. I know.
Round-shaped things with some.
These are the nuclear reactor. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, these are the nuclear reactor.
Oh.
Yeah. I think you can see it's a like greenish shape.
Yeah, I saw that there.
Yes.
Ja, was hier Shinkansen.
So actually, it would make more sense for us to first have the meeting in Shizuoka, then in Kyoto, then in Osaka. For us.
Yeah, I don't want to wear the luggage the whole day while everyone else who's walking. Oh, where are you people?
Ooh.
No, I need some serious round on the toilet in the restroom somewhere.
I think it's a beautiful area as well here. It's like the mountains.
Yeah.
Maybe we can show
You
that.
can do some walking on top of these hills and stuff. Yeah, why not?
It'd be also cool to fly a drone over there. I thought the Mount Fuji. You were too late to make the video, huh?
Don't talk about that.
Oh.
I was thinking, I was preparing myself for that stuff, and then I was fingering something, and then I looked outside, and then I saw it.
It was gone. It was also like less than a minute, huh?
A few seconds actually.
Oh.
It was probably 20 seconds or something. You can see it.
But the good thing is we will be back tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow by train.
So this train will go to Hakata. Oh, no, actually not this specific one, but this direction is Hakata. Hey, Taiwan Live TV, welcome MJ. Welcome here live from the Gautier. But this is their ribbon, the Gautier. And it's a beautiful environment here. And I think the trains looks a little bit more like very new, huh? Maybe this is like a new generation of the Gautier. They want to have a look outside. Of course, you can have a look outside. I will bring you guys outside just by this camera. But we have some
cable problem.
We have some battery things going on here. But we will manage to do that. Hang on. Because this is the power box.
Yeah, so when it unplugged, the train actually stopped.
It's the rev power, and we should not unplug because this is for the train.
So wait, they can give you some other power.
Oh, we got mobile power everywhere.
Yes,
This is a small one.
but it's powerful.
It's powerful. It's really a portable power.
Yes.
What I want to do is walk a little bit. Let's walk to. It looks like these cars have a newer version. MJ, it looks like this is an updated version from the ones they drive in Taiwan. They look similar, but they're not the same. Hopefully the quality is good. So as you can see, the clouds are really beautiful there. But it goes very, very fast. live video, a Wi-Fi box, and we can have uploads of about 500 megabytes per second. So that's about 1.8, like let's say 2 gigabytes per hour. And we are having a, let me think about it, 2 gigabytes, 2 hour stream, 3 hour stream, so that's like 6 gigabytes. So we will have a stroll later in Osaka. Oh, I see a Ferris wheel. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit more. But oh, I didn't expect that. Sorry. Just want to zoom in. Oh, there. Hey. Oh, the Shinkansen are stationed. We also have a camera enhance option, stabilization. It's what's that noise? It's probably the brakes or something. Sorry, I lost you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will arrive at Shin Osaka Terminal in a few minutes. Passengers going to the Tokaido, Osaka Higashi, and subway lines, please change trains here at Shin Osaka. Thank you.
I will get my luggage.
ご乗車ありがとうございました。
Okay.
まもなく終点新大阪です。
I think we should
23番線に到着、お出口は右側で
We're
す。
gonna stop.
乗り換えのご案内を
It makes no sense because the train is actually arriving.
So thank you so much. I just wrap it up very quickly. We are there. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
See you. Hey, follow us. Thank you. Bye bye.